This time last year, Ferrari would go on a dominant run of 3 wins starting at Spa and culminating at Singapore. They had a distinct straight-line speed advantage which seemingly put a lot of pressure on rivals like Mercedes and Red Bull who were left scrambling to catch up. However, all that changed with the FIA's investigation into Ferrari's power unit, and ever since the investigation came to a confidential and controversial end, Ferrari has been on the back foot, a fact that was driven home with their underwhelming performance at Spa this year. Red Bull and Mercedes team principals Christian Horner and Toto Wolff have now spoken out on how they are still affected by the results Ferrari had achieved prior to the investigation. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Ferrari struggles leave sour taste for Horner, Wolff agrees. When asked about it, Horner got straight to the point. The whole thing has left quite a sour taste. He initially remained reluctant to point any fingers. Obviously, you can draw your own conclusions from Ferrari's current performance. He then explained how Red Bull could have won more races had Ferrari been in a similar state last year as they are now. There are races that we should have won last year, arguably if they had run with an engine that seems to be quite different to what performance they had last year. He further indicated what Ferrari's core reason for their current struggles might be. It's obviously very tough for them, but I think their focus has obviously been in the wrong areas in previous years, which is why they obviously seem to be struggling a little with whatever was in that agreement. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff explained why he agrees with Horner. We were really stretched so much last year and the year before that we suffered. We lost some people. We lost some people in terms of just being at the end of their health, and this is why I would probably follow Christian's comments. Fast feed. Former F1 world champion Jacques Villeneuve has quipped that he would have liked to hear Alonso after the race instead of Vettel after Ferrari's dismal showing at Spa. He is also of the opinion that a year like this is actually pointless. It only causes stress and unrest for people who will leave because of it. McLaren's Carlos Sainz strongly feels this is not the season they deserve so far. However, they'll put it behind them and switch their focus to Monza. His teammate Lando Norris pointed out that it wasn't the best day for them with Carlos not even starting and Renault scoring a lot of points. Racing Point Sergio Perez didn't understand the strategy that forced him to come back from last place at Spa. AlphaTauri's Pierre Gasly has suggested that many things happened in his race. Apparently it wasn't really exciting from the outside, but for him it was actually quite intense. Ferrari Sebastian Vettel revealed that he tried a lot of stuff in the race driving-wise to try and drive around the car and its problems, but the underlying factor is they're just not quick enough and you cannot pull out miracles. Alfa Romeo's Antonio Giovinazzi has accepted that he was pushing just a little too much and just too much on the limit, and when you are always on the limit, sometimes it will happen, referring to his crash at Spa. Dutch Grand Prix sporting director Jan Lammers thinks that Renault's Daniel Ricciardo and Red Bull's Max Verstappen just get along well and that the relationship between the men helps each other. Verstappen, meanwhile, feels that he just gave Ricciardo a bit more space than was necessary in turn 8, but all good, it was nice. It's always nice anyway racing him, he's a good guy, it's a lot of fun. Daniel Ricciardo, on the other hand, hopes he can finish ahead of Max and take the last podium at Monza. Defending world champion Lewis Hamilton would love to have a real race with Red Bull and hopes that they can have more of a race because everyone wants to see them all battling together. His teammate Valtteri Bottas pointed out that Red Bull was closer in one lap but lost more time in the race trim. It's usually the other way around. And Ferrari has confirmed that they are continuing their protest against Racing Point. Does Daniel Ricciardo have a real chance of a podium at Monza? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.